Good afternoon, Leo, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I'll be doing a video for you for the new moon in Taurus, which is occurring on Tuesday, May the 7th, 2024. I've already cut your decks and I've shuffled them twice, utilizing numerology of the date 05/07/2024. It all equals up to 20, which is reduced down to 2. Okay, so let's dive right in. The first card we have today is the Six of Cups. Okay, this is a brand new deck, so I haven't used them before. I've just done Aries and Sagittarius as well. So I am really enjoying seeing all the different pictures here. Okay, I did check out the book, the guidebook, and they are very specific as to the symbology of all of the animals and stuff on each of the cards too. I haven't gone through that much, so I'm just gonna kind of go through the meaning from the original Rider-Waite and see what other messages come across here intuitively. So just keep that in mind, and as I use this more and more and read the book, the interpretations will get different. Okay. So the Six of Cups is about blessings coming in for the universe, okay? And we see here, this is a card like really, these kids here, they are really having fun with there's like a cat, there's mice, a rabbit, they're playing with a frog and butterflies, really, and there's like the sun in the background and like all of these flowers are growing. It really reminds me of spring, okay? And this is where we are right now. This is where this new moon in Taurus is, okay? So perhaps like any sort of manifestations that you're putting forth, if you're doing like a new moon ritual or something like that, which I would encourage you to do, your manifestations are going to be growing in sync with the spring. Okay, and a suggestion that I did mention to Sagittarius when doing your manifestation ritual would be to write it all out, be as specific as possible, and burn it in a safe place if you have, and then collect the ashes, and then go outside in your garden if you have one, or get like a planter or something if you live in an apartment, and mix it with soil, your ashes with all of your manifestations that you burnt, mix it with soil, and then plant some seeds in it so that your manifestations can grow with the plant and you can nurture it and take care of it. Okay. So the Six of Cups can signify blessings coming in from the universe, and perhaps movement and offers coming in for you with respects to something you have been that you worked on in the past. Okay, this card can signify happy memories, and maybe you had a different job in the past, or if you are in the same field but had a different job perhaps in the past within the same field, you might be getting some opportunities or some offers coming in with respects to something that you did in the past. Okay, now this can also mean soulmates or soul tribes coming in. Now, this time of increased and very fast elevation of consciousness, and some people are experiencing upgrades and quantum leaps in their consciousness, and you might be vibrating at one frequency one day and then leaping up into another frequency. And keep in mind here that when you meet people that resonate with you, it might be really, you might feel really good and happy about it, but these times that we're in right now can cause you to resonate with some people one day, and then the next day or like in a month or something like that, you might not resonate with them anymore. So a lot of in and out energy. I would not get upset about these things if it's just a natural disintegration or a natural moving on. Despite the fact that you thought maybe you finally met your soul tribe, it is quite happy, and then to see that it never worked out. They served a purpose for a reason, and there was something that you had to learn about yourself within that, and then you were ready to move on to something else. So just be grateful, practice gratitude for people and things that come into your life, even though they might exit it as quickly as they came in. Okay. So this goes the same with soulmates, okay? And this would be somebody that you would know in the past, okay? We'll have to get more cards. I don't usually like focusing on love. I like just focusing on personal development, but I'll mention it when it comes up. Okay, but this is a card about the past and about happy memories and or things that you were working on in the past and blessings coming in from the universe. Okay? But definitely a lot of like positive in springtime, a lot of birthing and a lot of fertile like energy for you. Okay, like newness. All right, the next card we have is the Knight of Swords. Very beautiful deck. The Knight of Swords can signify fast and forward moving momentum within a situation. It can mean fast communications coming in and like swift winds, like changes coming in as fast as the wind. So you might be in one situation on one day and then notice like in a week or so you're in a totally different situation. Okay. Keep in mind though, he is the only knight that is facing the back, so the past. Okay, and then we have another card that signifies the past come up too. Okay, so um, yeah, like so you might be getting communication or some sort of offers coming in with respects to something you've been working on in the past. Okay, now it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to take it. You might not want to take it, and that's okay because things are in the past for a reason, right? But on the normal Rider-Waite deck, this knight is very rushy and he's very like the horse is even scared because of how fast this guy's. He wants things to happen quick. Okay, so go over things, go over contracts, or go over offers that are perhaps given to you with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that everything that you desire and your needs are being met with respects to anything that might be offered to you. Okay, because there might be some fine print in there, and maybe get an expert or someone or a trusted person in your life to go over it to make sure everything is in alignment. Okay, but there are changes coming in here. There are changes coming in that have a tie to the past. And it's going to be different for everybody because this is a general reading. But these changes are going to come very swiftly and there's going to be communication coming in. Okay, let's get some more cards here. And we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. So the Eight of Swords is a card that illustrates and represents self-imposed restrictions. Okay, so it's about like you see how she is kind of um encaged in these swords, but the cage, like these bars that the swords represent, they are not really like enclosed quite closely. Like if she was to untether herself, and if you see the tethers are not put on tightly, and they are not, and her blindfold is not tight as well. So she can either like she has the power to remove herself of these restrictions, okay? So she could either lean up against the swords and cut her tethers off, or she can push through them herself and then withdraw the blindfold and get out of the situation and just walk out between the swords there. Let me just close this window because people are starting to saw now. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that if there is something, an offer or a person or a tribe or like a group coming back to you from the past, and they're in the past for a reason, I would be mindful, not like, so you're in control of the situation of whether or not you go back to it or not, right? And so be mindful and maybe take a minute and take some time to analyze. Don't rush into going back to anything, maybe because you're lonely, or maybe because like you haven't resonated with people in a long time and you're just craving being social and being around people that are like-minded of you. Okay, but if they're coming from the past, you need to really analyze why they were in the past and is it worth it to go back to them, because any sort of negative outcome that comes from this is self-imposed because you know why they were in the past and you chose to go back to them because you are seeking out familiarity and comfort. Okay, it's probably in your best interest not to go back. You're an adult, so I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know what your situation is, but you know, sometimes we need to just accept the happy memories that we had and move on, because maybe we are not even in alignment with these people anymore, or this job, or whatever it is. And we're not the same vibrational frequency anymore, and going back to them is just going to put some like self-imposed restrictions, and you're going to feel stuck. And then sometimes when you open these doors, then it's going to be harder for you to close them again in the future. Okay, that's a different message that I got there. All right, let's get some clarifying cards here. So with the Six of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so know that this is not your only option here. Okay, you don't have to go back to something or someone in your life that you have, like either a job or people or a person in your life or a situation in your life. It could even be a habit. Okay, maybe you have been itching to go back to a habit that does not serve you and that you enjoyed in the past but you don't resonate with anymore. Okay, but times are tough, and sometimes when people are anxious or going through a rough time, they might want to revisit things that used to make them happier, like drugs or something like that, or alcohol that they perhaps don't partake in anymore. Okay, that might be for some of you, and it might be hard for you to get out of that later. Okay, just keep that in mind for some of you. Okay, you've done a lot of work to heal, so just be mindful of that. Okay, so you, like, any offers that you get or any other people that are coming in for you that are from your past, and you're lonely, or like you want some familiarity because you have been dealing with newness, or just you don't have the energy, you'd rather just go back to the people that you're familiar with or something, know that this is not the only option, and the universe with this new moon is opening up a lot more opportunities and a lot more options for you with respects to whatever it is. If it's your job, if it's for love, and it's for friendship, or hobbies, or other things, okay? Or habits and stuff that are more healthier for you and serve the same purpose, okay? So put it out there in your manifestations, in your ritual, what you want, okay? And just know that you're going to be spoiled for choice here. So the Seven of Cups can indicate being spoiled for choice, and you're really being encouraged. Like, if the first thing that opportunity that comes to you is something from the past, I would just hold off and maybe buy some time for yourself. And if it's a job offer or something like that, you might want to say, I need some time to look it over and to think this through before signing any papers, right? Don't rush with the Knight of Swords. Okay, don't rush backwards, because there are other options and other opportunities on your way. Okay, and something that might also be holding you back here, like holding you back with self-imposed restrictions, is being too distracted with what's going on in the world. Okay, see how there's fog here, and like his attention is being diverted into many different ways. I'm just interpreting this another way now. Okay, and he's unable to focus on developing himself, or maybe getting out of a sticky situation, or improving his life or her life. Okay, because you're too hyper focused on the collapsing world outside or something like that, or watching the news, or like things like that. So just try to focus, and that's another self-imposed restriction, right? You're not developing yourself, and you're impeding on your ability to better your life, and by focusing on your external things that are happening on the other side of the world, things that are happening like that you don't have control over. So start focusing on things that you do have control over, like and how you can better your own life, like starting with working out, making your better healthy eating options, um, substituting bad habits for good ones, and maybe pursuing hobbies that you enjoy, instead of scrolling on the internet all day, right? Don't worry, I do this too, okay? I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying, like, you need to be on top of things that are in your own control, that is inhibiting you from developing yourself to your full potential. Okay, so these distractions that are happening outside of the world, these are meant to keep us in fear, like this fear porn, fear propaganda, and it makes us stuck. It makes us unable to move forward and develop ourselves to be self-reliant. Okay, so just keep that in mind. With the Knight of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is Jupiter. Jupiter is very potent in the month of May. We're still feeling the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction that happened in April. I have a whole series on that in my channel, so check that out if you want to look at the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction and what that kind of energy is bringing in for you, because it's still potent. And Uranus and Jupiter are still like close together in May, and like after this new moon in Taurus. Okay, Taurus is all about finances, self-reliance, money, agriculture, food. Venus rules Taurus, who's all about beauty and relationships and partnerships, and being fertile with ideas, and being fertile in general. Okay, and so Venus is actually going to be in her own sign of Taurus after this too, and she's going to be close to the Sun and to Jupiter and to Uranus. So, you want to make sure that you are shedding things that do not serve you in order to make room for all, and in order to make room for all of this abundance and good luck coming in, because Jupiter is the bestower of good luck. Okay, but you have to have done the work, and you've had to have made room for it to come in, because if you're focusing on other things, you're not going to notice the opportunities that are coming your way. These can also be opportunities, right? Like I said. So make sure that you are do some spring cleaning in your house. Make it like a whole ritual. Like I've started cleaning yesterday, going through my old files, shredding papers that I don't need anymore, making room for newness, like new energy coming in. Okay, so we'll sweep the floors, mop the floors, open the windows, burn some incense, like stuff like that. Get rid of old clothes, like get rid of the old energy, so you can make room for all of this energy to come in and utilize, like work with the astrology and work with the energy that is available to you. Okay. Oh, I'm talking so much. Okay, and then we have, with the Eight of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay. So like releasing yourself from these self-imposed restrictions is going to prove like you're shedding all of that old energy, making room for that new energy, and then this new chapter is going to emerge. And it's full of passion, it's full of drive, and it's full of impetuous energy. And you see this castle in the back here, it's meant to look like it's collapsing. And that could actually be like the external world. And don't worry, it's all happening for us. It's not happening to us. But don't get distracted by it, okay? And this is going to prove to be beneficial. Focus on what you can build. The wands and the fire signs, like the Knight of Wands is he's the builder, and you're tapping into your boldness, your assertiveness, your impetuous energy, and you're building something. Build your life. Start building your self-reliance. Start planting those seeds. Taurus is all about planting seeds to ensure your stability, and you're building the foundation for the rest of your life. So this is like universe giving this to you, this opportunity, this fresh new chapter in your life. But you have to shed the past, and the past might even be showing up as a test to see if you're ready for this next chapter. Okay, so it's going to be different for everybody, and so I'm just kind of trying to paint the brush as broadly as I can for all of you. Okay. All right, we're going to end off with another deck that I just got recently, and it's the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. I'm going to like update my YouTube to include all the decks that I use, but this is a very cool one. It's called The Union of Love. So let me just find that here, and then oops, I passed it, sorry. Here we go. Embrace the beloved within your heart. Sufis are lovers of God. It is the longing for the beloved that draws them into connection with their heart. When the lover becomes fully aware of the true self, he loses all worldly sense of the self in love. He opens his heart to receive love, and when love enters, he becomes powerful and does impossible things. The union of love means feeling the constant presence of the beloved. When the individual's soul dissolves in the soul, whatever happens to the beloved also happens to the lover. It doesn't matter if the experience is one of joy or one of sadness. In the state of oneness, even pain can be transformed into pleasure. So you're transmuting. Dear one, you cannot go after love. You could spend a lifetime in search of it outside of yourself and never get to it until you realize it is inside your own heart. Instead of trying to find those who would love you, develop the attraction that could charm lovers. This way, life is exciting in every moment because you are always finding new ways of making yourself more attractive. When love becomes your power and you begin to make changes in your life that enlarge your view to always include the one you love in a way you see things, you will soon be the witness to the most amazing and wonderful transformation of life. This is your mantra for the new moon, okay? I'm allowing the power of love to build in my heart to draw and attract others to me. I am creating ways to express the wonder of being, of love and joy. Very amazing. If this reading resonated with you, my dear Leo, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if that is something that you'd like to do. You can also hit that bell notification to let you know when I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach as to what is going on with you during and what kind of energies are available to you during this new moon in Taurus, not only check out your sun, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I'm truly grateful for your energy today. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you have a great new moon in Taurus.